Hello guys, this is Mike from McProgramming.org. In this tutorial we're going to kind of continue off of our last one, which was the PrintWriter. And if you know PrintWriter or if you've watched the previous tutorial, this one will be good. If not, please check up on what PrintWriter is all about. Not too difficult, but let's say that I have this file that we just wrote, 10lines.txt, and say I wanted to write 10 more lines of text. The way we do that is with something called a FileWriter, and a FileWriter is not actually going to write anything to a file. It's going to open up and make it accessible for us to use the PrintWriter object but not rewrite the whole file. And the way we do this is we could very well put this in the try-catch, initializing and instantiating the whole FileWriter object, because the variable is only going to be used once. So that's okay. We can put it down here. So we'll say FileWriter, and we're going to say FW equals new FileWriter, and it takes two parameters. The first parameter is going to be the file name, which is, of course, file name. And the second parameter is a Boolean expression, and it's append. So yes, we want to append to it, which is true. If we said false, it will rewrite everything that's in that file. So by saying true, now we have access to writing. We also have to add the IO exception. So let's just say add exception with existing, add catch clause to surround. We'll just say add catch clause. So now we have two catch clause, file not found, and the IO exception. And the IO exception goes to the FileWriter, and the file not found exception is the PrintWriter. And when we create this FileWriter, we want to add the variable and pass it into the PrintWriter now. So we're going to say FW. So the logic behind this is we initialize we don't initialize. Well, I guess we do. We initialize the PrintWriter to null, and then we instantiate it down here. But before that, we create the FileWriter and give it the variable name FW, and then we instantiate the FileWriter, and it takes in the two parameters, the file name, and if we're appending to it or if we're overriding it. So true if we want to just add to it, and false if we just want to rewrite it. And then we take this writer object for the our variable that refers to this PrintWriter object, and we pass in the FileWriter. So it knows the file name and that we're appending to it. So now down here, I'm going to say, well, I guess we can keep count right there. I'm going to, I'm going to add a space. I'm going to say writer dot println, and I'm going to make it noticeable that I'm going to say added to file. Alright, and now what we can do is we can keep count 1 all the way to 10, but let's just do this. We're going to say count plus 10, and just to be safe, we can add that in parentheses. So that way it should say line 11, line 12, and so on, and then we will close the writer. So let's see what happens. First, remember what this looks like, the line of text right there, 10lines.txt file. So let's run this. Okay, and now we want to, we could just look at it, and well, I guess it did automatically update for us. And there we go. So it added to the file, and we have lines 11 through 20, even though it's technically not on that line because I used this as a line. But let me show you what happens if we set that to false. I'm going to run that, and let's go check the file now. See, it completely rewrote everything. So that is the problem with just a PrintWriter, and that's why a FileWriter is very important if you want to add lines of text to an existing file. So that can be a big deal when you don't want to delete something that you cannot get back. So thank you for watching.